Why do people start dating and then all of a sudden get ignored? You start dating with somebody, you talk, you're in the talking stage, mnaongea vizuri. All of a sudden, that person loses interest. You'll never hear from them again. And at worst, they even block you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jenganjero. Welcome back to the show. Now, on this episode, I want to help some people because I do not understand whether you get it or you just decide not to get it. There are people who have been complaining. I started talking with so-and-so. We were very good. We went on several dates and that person ignored me. What could be the problem? Are you the problem or are they the problem? Because if you follow up, you realize the person you had started dating and ignored you, started dating somebody else, and now they have either moved on or they are planning to move on. What could be the problem? That is what this video is all about. But before then, if you're watching us for the first time, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button. It is free to do that, okay? You like the video, not watching here without liking. You can also enable the notification bells so that any other time I release a new video, YouTube automatically notifies you. Now, let us get straight to the video. Why do people start dating and then get ignored? And after getting ignored, they are either blocked or they will never hear from that person again. So I'll give you 5 things and the 6th one as a bonus. And then maybe this will change the trajectory of your dating life. Number 1, when you talk too much. You see, when you reveal too much at the beginning of a relationship, there is nothing more to know about you. Love is a mystery. Love is a secret hidden in the very, very small details you reveal time and time again, knowing when to do that, how to do it, and whether it is important even to do it in the first place. So number 1, maybe you talk too much. When you talk too much at the very early stages of a relationship, oh, my husband died, I didn't actually like him, and so let him die. I said let him rest in peace, and so yeah. And the guy is like, oh, your husband died and it's not a big deal. So you just talk. The guy is never going to. Another one, oh, my wife passed on and so on, and the wife passed on, I decided to move on, life has to move on. Yeah, I didn't really like her and things like that. And the person is like, wait a minute, are you speaking about a person who you got children together with? And that person is like, you are talking too much, you are revealing too much. Or it's the first date and you are like, you have a body count of 50, I don't know what. You're talking too much. Talking too much. So that is one of the reasons why you talk to one person, they gauge you, and you will never hear from them again. So one step at a time. Number 2, you scare the other person with needs. You see, needs don't have to be monetary alone. They could also be emotional needs. Imagine dating meeting a prospect, and that prospect expects 13 calls from you every day. You miss the first call, the second call, and they had already written a paragraph. Oh, I knew you are not serious from the beginning. Now I am calling you for the 4th time. You are not picking my calls. What is wrong with you? You should have said you are not serious. And maybe that person is in a meeting. Somebody is conducting business. You are calling. You are needy. If you are needy, you are not going to get love. So please, even when you write a message, you don't choke that person with messages. Wait for them to respond. Okay? If you communicated an aspect of need, there are also this crop of lovers. You love them today, and by tomorrow, they want a favor from you, either monetary or otherwise. Is that number 2? Yes. You came out so needy of love, my love. You started sending emojis. It is the first date, and you already call the person the love of your life. Let things flow. Yes, you could confess some liking. The person is attractive. The person speaks well. The person smells well. Smells nice. Has a very nice aroma. But again, has that person become the love of your life? You will look like a scam. Are we together? Let things flow. Pole, pole. Mos. Mos what? Mos. Baba Milka. Mama Milka. Let things flow. Number 3, you took them back to their past. You see, there are people who are very insensitive. And maybe somebody told you they are a widow or a widower. A widower is a woman who has lost her wife. And a widower is the male version of a widow, a man who lost his wife through death. And already you had indicated. And without empathy, somebody is like, okay, what killed your husband? And what killed your wife? I don't want, it could happen to me. And that person is like, you are one, not very, very sensitive. You are insensitive. You don't know how to talk. You are stupid. Are we together? So that person ends up cutting the communication. So if that person ends the communication, now you will know why they ended the communication. Because you came out what? As insensitive. The other person is telling you, oh, I will not be able to attend to the date because the kid, or the person had already told you they had a kid. They have a kid. They told you that the kid is unwell and you don't want to hear. And the person is like, what is the order of priority for this person? Yes, we had planned we will meet, but this person cannot even hear that the kid is unwell. So you don't have empathy. You do not have empathy. So if you don't have empathy, you will not get a lover. People have been trashed in the past. People have very delicate hearts. They don't want to be hurt anymore. Why should you be hurting them? So please, take care of that. Do not, you should not, at any given point, make them feel like it is a loss. It is actually a favor. It is actually a favor you're doing them by dating them. Should we go to number 4? So, number 1, what did we say? Number 2, number 3, write in the comment section. Number 4, you brought family in front of everything. You brought family at the expense of everything. We understand that you have a family. That person understands you have a family. You also understand they have a family. But at this stage, we are not discussing family. And I have seen people who have lost the mark by coming out strongly to show like the interest is family based more than it is love based. Remember, this person requires a husband. This person requires a wife before they require an extended family. We know you have children, but those children should not take the center stage. I have seen people on the first date, they're already telling the man, mostly women, and you should know you are now going to educate my children. Are we together on that? Are we on the same page? If from today, you will be paying my rent. From today, I need upkeep as a wife. And then from today, I know you are a rich man, but from today, my children have to get an inheritance. The man is like, this woman is in business. This woman is not in a love spree. She's not looking for love. Same case happens to men. I've had so many examples upon examples. Men are like, you should know I have a sick kid, so you should always be coming there. And the woman is like, wait a minute, should that now come second? Isn't that supposed to be secondary after we have discussed the love? You brought family in front of everything. Instead of focusing on yourselves first, you focused on something else. I'm going to give you number 5, then the bonus, and we are done. Number 6, you are either having a character deficiency. There are people who don't have character. You see, first impressions are very important, and you don't get another chance to make the first impression. I mean, when you're invited for a date by a prospective lover, a person who could become the love of your life for the rest of your life, then be on time. Show basic courtesy. Dress very well. Eat very well. Smell nice. You see, some of these things, there are people who say, oh, love is in the heart. He should look at the heart. He is a man. She should look at the heart. She's a woman. First impressions are very important. How you dress on the first date. How you dress on the first date. How you come out as a person. How you talk. Do you have character deficiency? Are you communicating about everything, and everything is the first date? You're talking about politics, you're talking about business, economy, everything, your family. You come dressed in a very inappropriate way. You see, you are rude to waiters. You are also rude to the person. Those are some of the things. Some of the things. One of those 5 things could lead to a very, very, very serious block. Another thing, you don't care about the needs of that person. It is about you. What am I going to get out of this relationship? And even the questions you are asking, I should teach some of these people how to ask questions. You see, people can tell who you are from the questions you are asking. Some of these questions you ask are so personal, and the person is like, oh, so what do you do? How much do you earn? What about if you get a wife? Do you drive? Do they give you pension? Is your job pensionable? Where do you live? How much is your rent? Have you bought a home? Or did you build it? It's about you. Where are we going for holidays? And somebody is like, I'm past that. I am past what? Past that. I am past that. You'll never hear from them again. Should I give you just that one bonus or the other one? Another one for people who have gotten to this video this far. You talked too much about your ex. You see, past relationships are a turn off to the other person. You see, when you're talking about, especially when we are adults, when you're talking about your ex, you are speaking about somebody you are intimate with. And you can imagine what happens, what goes down when you're intimate with somebody. You did drama in very compromising situations. That was dramatic. And you're now bringing that drama to somebody's face. Oh, my ex this, my ex that. Oh, my ex had beards. Even if you don't have beard, I can accept you. Except who? I know you're a short man, but you know, my ex was a tall guy. But I can manage. You're telling a man in the first date. You need to be very serious. Oh, I like curly hair. And the lady you're telling does not have very curly hair. I love women who have nice figure, like my ex. You see, my ex had a figure. The woman is like, after this date, you'll never hear from him. After this date, you'll never hear from me again. Oh, you know, I like tall women, I like short women. And the person you're talking to is probably exactly the opposite of what you're discussing. So you have not moved on, have you? You haven't. And so far, let me know some of the other things that could lead a prospective partner not to ever talk to you again, especially after the very, very first date. Until then, this is Jenganjeru. God bless you. Bye-bye.